Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. At last, guys, at last, I'm back home after more than 3 weeks away on tour. I'm back. I was in South Wales for a week. I had a few hours at home, and then I was off to Scotland for a few days, Northern Ireland for 2 weeks, back to Scotland for a couple of days. In Cumbria yesterday, Blackburn today, and now I'm back home in my own little studio and ready to make another video for you guys. Okay, well, lots been going on today. I think an interesting thing that's cropped up today is the news that Barcelona have a problem. They have a problem with the registration of Ilkay Gundogan. There's talk of him having to be released. I'm not sure if it's sold or released or whatever. Anybody wants to buy Gundogan, Barcelona have got a huge buyout clause on his contract. If you remember, we did a video about that a few weeks ago with Mike and Bernard, and they were both trying to guess the value of that buyout clause. I forgot what it was, but it was somewhere. Was it 300 million euros? It was ridiculous. So it appears that Barcelona, they've had problems before on the finance side of things. They've been struggling to make things work for the last few years, wheeling and dealing. It kind of reminds me of Only Fools and Horses, bit of wheeling here, bit of dealing there to make things work. And that's what they've been doing with their finances and getting players to, what would the players do? Reduce their wages, maybe get everything backloaded. Is that right word? Backloaded? Basically, delaying payments until the end of their contracts or later in their contracts just to keep going. And look, there's that nostalgia, not nostalgia, but people think romantic move to Barcelona because, they were one of those romantic clubs with Real Madrid from years gone by. And yes, it's true, players still want to go there, but what they're going to? They're going to a bit of a carcass, a dead animal there, roadkill, if you wish. They might be winning the Spanish league, but Farmers League, two teams in it these days, and to be honest, no team to challenge Barcelona last season. They did nothing in the Champions League, got knocked out of there at the group stages, and even the mighty Manchester United disposed of them in the Europa League when they fell down there. So not looking good over at Barcelona these days. Look, the rumours are that Ilkay Gundogan might have to be pushed out the door. Question City fans are asking themselves, and that's a question I'm going to ask you guys right now. Would you take Ilkay Gundogan back at Manchester City? It's a question. How old is he? 32. He left at the end of last season. He's won it all at City. He's won it all. And you could argue it's a fitting end to his time here. We will miss his creativity. I've said that time and time again. We'll have to evolve. We'll have to change. We'll have to develop. We'll have to find new ways of playing football, new ways to get around the fact that Ilkay Gundogan isn't here anymore. He's been in, 7 years? He was Pep's first signing, even though he was injured. And he's been incredible. The goals in the recent seasons have been, through the roof, to be honest. His creativity is there for all to see. His control of a game, the possession, he's reluctant to relinquish it cheaply. He's a fantastic player. And I've said many times we're going to miss his creativity because there's no one else like him. He's got that ability to create chances. He's got that ability to provide assists. He's got that ability to steal into the box late on and score goals. He's just a perfectly wonderful midfielder for Manchester City. I don't think he'll be as good at Barcelona because he also relies on having quality players around him, and that's what we got at City. I'm not saying Barcelona haven't got quality players, but they're just not as good as City, as for want of a better way of looking at it, as our treble proved last season. So Ilkay Gundogan provides creativity, provides goals. He's a good leader. I'm not saying he's a great leader. I don't know, what would distinguish him into be a great leader, but he's a good leader at City, good motivator, highly respected, or was a good leader because he obviously is gone. Question is again, would you take him back? A lot of people say, yes, we want him back. We want his creativity. We will miss him. And if we can get him back for nothing, that's not bad. We're going to struggle to replace him. The only person you can replace Ilkay Gundogan with is Ilkay Gundogan. But here's my thinking. My thinking is, no. You've made your bed, Ilkay. I love you and everything else. Love the goals against Villa. Love what you did against United in the FA Cup final. But you made your bed. It's time to lie in it. So I'm not saying he's not coming begging, asking to come back, but people are asking that question. So if you wanted to come back, I'd say no. I'd say we've moved on. You're at that age. I think he had another year, a couple of seasons in him. I really do, at a high level, because he's still at a high level. We've seen players' careers are elongated or lengthened these days. They're playing into the mid-30s, late 30s. Look at Luka Modric. He's, 37? Ronaldo's, 38? Messi's, 35? So these players are still playing at a particularly high level. Ibrahimovic was, 38, 40? So they're still playing at a very decent level. And some of them at a very high level in the mid to late 30s. So, Gundogan, he's spring chicken in comparison. But I wouldn't take him back because, as I said, we've moved on. He made a decision. He turned his back on us. And I'm not saying that in a bitter way, but we would have had to move on soon enough anyway. As I said, I think he had a couple of seasons, a couple of more good seasons in him, but he's decided to move on. And we'd have had to obviously get a replacement or change our style or whatever at some point when he moved on. Whether it's now, next summer, or the summer after, we have to evolve. And I'd rather we do that now. Yes, it's difficult. I think it's going to be difficult losing Riyad Mahrez and Gundogan. But we have to cut weight. We have to be big boys. You have to be grown up, pull our big boy pants on and get on with it. So, as I said, I love Ilkay Gundogan and everything he's done for us. He will go down. He will be remembered very highly, very fondly by most City fans, but I don't want him back. I'm going to miss his goals, miss everything about him. But Mr. Whippy, you made your decision and you can stay at Barcelona. If Barcelona can't, what's he going to do if Barcelona can't register him or they have to let him go? Where's he going to go? It would be terrible. It actually would be terrible if he ended up at Arsenal. Because City don't want him. But hey, we've lost a few players to Arsenal, and what good has it done them? Second in the league. They didn't win the title last season. In fact, they won nothing. So they won first prize in bottle job in it, and that's it. But Ilkay Gundogan, Barcelona, hopefully we'll do a video with Colin about that. Colin Savage, our finance guru, Presswitch Blue on Twitter, to look at some of the problems with the, let's call them what they want to call themselves. I'm not worried about that. The European elite, the European royalty, like Barcelona, like Real Madrid, like Manchester United, like Juventus, Inter Milan, and others who are having problems with financial fair play. And it's as an aside, what a surprise that all these things have gone along, and Chelsea gone along quietly. No major leaks from UEFA, but when it's City, sends a load of leaks. So hopefully we'll do a video with Colin Savage in the not too distant future. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on Ilkay Gundogan. Would you want him back? If he came crawling back for free, would you take him? Or do you feel like, like I do, basically, that he made his bed, he's gone. He chose Barcelona over us. If Barcelona can't look after him, then, well, he can do one. He's gone, and we don't want him back. We move on. We'll promote people like Phil Foden. Maybe James McAtee will get a chance. Maybe Oscar Bob will get a look in, Peroni and others. Let us keep on moving forwards, because the club, as it's, Ilkay Gundogan's not bigger than the club. The club is bigger than all of us put together. Club will continue, and hopefully we'll carry on winning trophies. without Ilkay Gundogan. Bye-bye, Ilkay. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. If you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. We'll see you around, Blues.